So in Google, we're going to type in malware bytes. If we type in malware bytes, it's going to take us to malware bytes malware. So malware bytes, and we're going to grab it. Be careful where you download files from, people. You can go to malwarebytes.org right here. These are safe sites, but sometimes these sites will even offer you, an option to pay for the software. The software is free at the base level, and then there are automated scans that will charge you money for. So let's just go for the free software, and we're going to go down to CNET downloads. Here it is, download.cnet.com malware bytes. A safe, large software archive file. And so now we're in the download. We can see download now here. It's 7.38 megabytes in size. And we're going to download and install it to the system. And we're in Chrome, and this is where Chrome does download. It's going to be different for Internet Explorer, Firefox users, or Opera, or whatever, or Safari, whatever you're using. And of course, we are running the Windows operating system. This is XP. Malwarebytes will work with Windows 7, Windows Vista. It seems to be cross, as far as Windows platforms, it is cross-platform. I'm not going to be able to answer your questions if it runs for Mac. So now we're asked if we want to run the program. Obviously, we want to run it. We're going to minimize our browser, get it out of the way. Here's our install going. We're installing Malwarebytes malware. We're accepting the rules and license agreement. Feel free to read it. I know it's adware-free, malware-free software. It is an anti-malware tool. Be careful, but this is Malwarebytes malware. We have a desktop icon. We're going to just click Next, and we're going to start our install. There goes our install. Once our install is done, we can start looking for updates. So the tool is already checkboxed to do an update here and launch the application. So leave those checked and click Finish. Once that's done, it's going to go through. It may go through a series of downloads. If you grabbed an older version, this is a very current version of Malwarebytes at 1.50. So it should just do one update and take us to a full updated piece of software. It's doing an update right now, and it is finishing it. Okay, there we go. And then, of course, it's going to run our application. Malwarebytes will come up in a second here. All right, there we have Malwarebytes, and it's on Perform a Quick Scan. We're going to just check the update one more time, make sure we're fully updated. See, we have the latest database. We want to go through the Update tab and just make sure it's clean and ready to go. So we are there, and now we have Perform a Quick Scan. If you haven't had any malware tools on there and you've just been running Norton or McAfee, you better run a full scan. So you would probably click and run a full scan. We are just going to check box for Perform a Quick Scan. And then as this thing moves forward, it's going to scan the files that are the most critical. In the quick scan, it's going to look in the System32 folder and the registry. So the System32 folder, as you can see right here, is the critical folder that almost all viruses will run from. That's where you launch a virus. You infect the files and the machinery of executables that are in the System32 folder to really run the bulk of viruses that are available, or malware. So it is looking for Trojans in the System32 folder, and then it's scanning the system also for malware that's on the system, either in the registry or in the System32 files. And up here we have the file scanned, and then, of course, the number of infected. If it goes to 1, 2, or 3, and some people with multiple infections, I've seen this thing climb to 1,800. The highest I've seen is 4,300 infections. Of course, I just let the counter run because I was already going to reformat the computer at that point. Then you want to do, like I said, if it's got that much infections and files, anything over 1,000, even 300 is a big, scary thing. And it also depends on the virulence of the virus or the malware that's in the system. And some of it, you're going to, no matter what, because Internet Explorer is corrupted, you're going to really have to do a destructive recovery. And we're going to go through what a destructive recovery is and what a non-destructive recovery is. Here we're running removal tools to try and clean anything up on the system. This computer is not infected, so it's not going to give us any sign of an infection. But we want to run a full scan, at least on this quick scan. If you see anything, then you're going to clean up the files down here. Under where it says Abort Scan, it's going to show View Results when it's completed. when the view results completed, you view results, and then you quarantine any files and or infections on the system. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty much a simple scan. You can do it once a week if you feel comfortable, once a month, or once a month if you feel comfortable, or once a week if you're, if you've got a lot of kids on a computer. It's a family computer, and I've seen business PCs infected like crazy. So it really does not matter. It's safe to run a scan now and then on any system to make sure you're clear and clean. Malwarebytes will continue to update itself. It really grabs its own new version and update, so you never have to download it again. Once you're downloaded, it's done, it's in, it's going to work. That's the nice thing about it. So it will work for years on a scan and keep updating itself. At least it has so far for the past 4 years. So a very good, easy, free tool to keep you safe and clean and your systems from not being infected. So it's just another thing you can add to the arsenal and archive of tools to keep your system clean and running smoothly. My name is John Hahn, and this is East Valley Computers. Thank you very much.